You know what the clap is for?
No.
So the clap, because if you're shooting multicam, or if you're shooting multiple, well, generally they're recording audio external from the camera, like 99% of the time, right? So the clap or the clapper syncs up the audio in post. It's easier to find that high pitched clap. So it's a software that you press sync, and it syncs the two clips.
That's cool.
Right.
I didn't know that.
And if you have multiple cameras, it'll sync all of them based on that audio. So that way you can cut.
You usually do.
And blah blah blah. Right? You can cut from this angle to this angle, and it's still on the same audio. And so that's what a clapper is.
Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of In Real Life. And I got a good friend of mine from good old days at Rennie. I got Gabriel Freeman.
The old days.
He the old one. I'm the young one.
You graduated a year after me.
I did.
And you were born 94?
We're 95.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why not? You
only
early?
a few months older than me.
I was about to say you're early? You Capricorn Aquarius?
No, I was March 15th. It's my birthday.
Oh, okay. Pisces, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Y'all, I didn't know we was gonna even keep in contact after high school because he was so mean to me. So after every time I tell this story, he like, I wasn't mean to you, blah blah blah. But
I was stern. I was a good friend. You used to give me rides home from school.
I did, but you was like a friend of me.
That makes no sense. We had AP Econ together. It was an intense class that I didn't know I was learning.
You didn't know you was learning.
Until I took the AP test. I didn't know I was picking up things. I thought I was dumb in that class.
Everybody felt dumb, except for the super smart people.
Right.
But I used to be in there like, why did I take this class?
I was just there with my friends.
You really
It was backfired. I got a 4 on the AP test. I always got to this. My claim to fame in high school. It's the highest I ever. It's the best I ever did in anything in high school.
So you say your grades is trash?
Trash. I graduated Rennie with probably like a 2.7, 2.69 or something.
That's because you didn't apply yourself at all. Gabe is really smart. So
I was very lazy. Yeah,
we talking about, you know what? I'm going to put a sticky note on that. Actually, y'all, I wanted to talk to y'all and tell y'all about this man right here because it's Money March and I'm interviewing dope entrepreneurs. So this man's an entrepreneur. He has his own production company.
It's my turn?
No. He has his own production company. Like, we had to pause for a minute. So, yeah, this is, like, my film buddy. I like to talk to him about movies and, like, just the whole, we're film enthusiasts. So, he's, like, one of my few friends. I think I have one other friend that I talk to about movies. But everybody else think I'm crazy when I just get into the details about it. Like,
I love it.
I just watch it for entertainment. I'm like, I do too, but, like, did you not just see that angle? Did you not just see that choice? Like, what? So, I guess I want to start with, okay, Gabe went to college. We also went to the same college, too. You know, he was jacking off my style because he came to my school. So, he transferred. As we said earlier, Gabe is a year older than me. So, he transferred from, was it Bowling Green? To Wayne State. And then, yeah, that's how we kind of got closer over time. I gave him another chance to be my friend. And he went to school to be...
my degree is in economics. So I don't know what I went to school to be. But
so you had no, like... You didn't know. You just took...
No, I didn't. So I didn't apply myself in high school at all. I got a 4 on the AP test, and I was like, oh, maybe I should go to school for this. Because, you know, that's sort of how they try to explain things to you. What you're good at, you should do whatever. I don't know. People always told me I spoke well. I was good at debate and things, so they always wanted me to be a lawyer. So I went to Bowling Green first with a poli-sci. I was majoring in political science at Bowling Green with a minor in economics. I liked econ more. Poli-sci is something I can finesse easy, but I wasn't interested. I could write, I can do that. So I when I transferred to Wayne, I switched to economics with a minor in political science.
I didn't know that. Yeah. I thought it was always economics. Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, because I was like, I got a 4.
Yeah.
I was like, this is one less class I got to take. I was all about convenience. I didn't even. No. I had no idea what I was going to be in life. I still don't. I don't know.
We all try to figure it out. Nobody told us that our 20s was going to be a continuation of our teenage years.
This is the best part of life.
It's like...
I think I'll never know what I'll...
do. But see, that's... You always... Okay, so his last name is Freeman. Yeah. He's always like... Gabe is one of those people that I feel... like God put in my life so that I can have like a little different view of how life is. And I say that because I'm a very I like to plan everything out. So I fell into the American dream. Like, okay, this is what you do. You graduate high school, you go to college, you have this career or maybe 2 careers. I was a little bit like, maybe I could do 2 things. And this is what you do. But Gabe is more so of a like wherever, this is gonna sound corny, but wherever my heart takes me type person. And I really do appreciate that about him because he does it. You make it
sound much cooler. I mean, for me, honestly, I remain humble enough to always be able to switch directions. And what I mean by that is like, I can commit to something. And we'll get into that story, I guess, when we talk about my journey to this filmmaking that I do now, right? But I can always assess my current place in life, and I'll tell myself honestly if I like what I'm doing or if I don't. And I don't care if I've told people this is what I am, and I'm like, I'm a blah, blah, blah. If I don't like it or if I want to switch, I'll switch. So, like back in high school, 10th grade, I wanted to be a neuroscientist, and I took Mr. Klein, biology. I think 9th or 10th grade, I know when you take Mr. Klein, 10th grade, something. Yeah. And I realized science wasn't my thing, but it sounded good to tell people I wanted to be a neuroscientist, right? Okay. And then I dropped that. Then I was like gonna, I don't know, be a chef or something. But I just liked to eat. I didn't like to cook. I don't know. So as I kept going, I'd be like, okay, I want to switch. I want to do something else. So that's how I continue to flow. I'm not like flighty. I just am able to be like, yeah, I probably chose this at a more immature time in my life.
Like, you're not Lynn from Girlfriends.
No. She's my favorite character on the show, though.
You're not her, but you have, like, you're more willing and comfortable to be like, okay, I don't like this, and not caring about what other people might think or say. Be like, I want to commit to this instead. It's just something that I was scared to do at first. So, me growing up dancing, and then I decided, like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. It was really hard because I've been doing it since I was 3. So it was basically like you in a relationship with somebody for years and then y'all break up. That's what it felt like for me. So for him, when he was just like, you know what, Siobhan, just do it. Like, be great. And I'm just like, you right. Just be great. Like, it doesn't matter about what other people may think or say. So he went to college to be. I thought you had a plan. Like, I thought you was like, okay, I want to go.
Everybody thought I had a plan.
I mean,
everybody thought I was much more studious. Everyone thought I was much more studious than I really am. Everyone thought like I had life planned out or something. I don't know. I honestly don't know why people.
I knew that part.
I just don't know why people always thought I may have had it figured out. A lot of people, I think, thought I came from like money. It's crazy. Like,
I don't think I ever saw you study though.
Yeah, never.
Like, you would be like, oh, I got an exam. I'm like, Gabe.
I never did homework in high school and probably college. I like did little work for real. Like, I was just like, I'm gonna make it happen. I would lie. Teachers. I would lie a lot to teachers.
So I don't know how you finessed through that.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't. Honestly, I didn't graduate with college with amazing grades either. So I didn't. Yeah. It was like, if I could make it past, I was cool with that. So I got a lot of C's in college, some A's, some B's, a lot of C's.
Is not easy, especially in college.
No, econ was interesting. Because econ, for me, is less about, like, I think most people just think it's, like, the study of the economy and money. But for me, it's really just the study of human behavior. And when you break us down into, like, the economical that's not, is that a word? I don't know. Like system that we all abide in a first world country like America, we're very predictable human beings, right? Like we're very predictable. We operate out of scarcity and self-interest a lot. So you can predict humans easily. So econ opened my eyes to that, and just how I guess everyone is measured in utility in a system like ours. So it was more like a sociological study to me. I don't know. Like I just felt like I was studying human behavior, motivated by money, how our economy is set up. You know, capitalism and the way we have it. It's more motivated by money and utility, right?
So you went to school, you graduated. What happens after graduation?
After graduation, I was working already for Quicken Loans from 2014 until I quit last year. So I was working, and I did a lot of things at Quicken. I worked in operations as an intern 2014, so second year of college, third year, whatever that is. Yeah, summer, so second year of college. I went from operations into title, hated title, got deeper into my schoolwork, so I applied for capital markets, which was like, I guess it's not fully financed, but it's like where they trade our mortgages and other things to condense it down fast. So I worked in cap markets, and then after that, I wanted to stay on full time while going to school, and they didn't want me to. Like the team leader I had at the time, he's a hater, but they didn't want me to stay on full time. He didn't, so I just kind of did what Gabe does, and I just contacted someone else, and I sent an email and some letters, and talked to people I knew, because I always made good relationships wherever I was, and then I got full time in like servicing, so and that lasted for a couple of years, and then. Yeah, so I quit. Oh no, you said what happened after college? So yeah. So yeah, that after college I worked there 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. Right, because I graduated in 2017.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I interned all the way until graduation. Then I came on full time, and I worked there from 17 to 20, to May 1st of 2020.
You was there for 3 years?
I mean, technically like 6.
Yeah, technically 6.
Yeah, but off and on, then 3 years straight. Yeah. So after college, I quickly began to feel like I hate this. I wasn't working 9 to 5. I had a very flexible schedule, cool work environment. I would come to work at.
That too? Because everybody quit.
Once I got a laptop,
everybody couldn't work like 12 hours.
Yeah, I would never. They couldn't. No matter what role, you just have to fire me. But once I got a laptop, they allowed us to work from home, flexible, and then just from working, I began to find ways to come into work later and stay late. Like I come to work sometimes at 10 a.m. and leave at 6 instead, or sometimes leave at 4 still. I don't know. You just did. I just took chances. Like I'm not gonna say I didn't care, because I respected the job. I was happy to have the job, but eventually I started to feel like this isn't my forever place. I just knew it. I grew up, I guess, in less fortunate circumstances. So always, growing up, I always felt like, well, my mom raised us 3 kids on $30,000 a year. Excuse me. Whatever. So I was like, if I could just make, as a single person, I had this mindset for a long time. If I could just make $35,000, $40,000, I'd be set. And I quickly kept hitting financial milestones, past 40K, keep going, whatever. So I was like, yeah, the money isn't it. Like it didn't matter how much money I made. I was not happy. I was not fulfilled. So eventually, I started making plans to change something. So find out what I'm interested in. I always loved films from more of a fan standpoint, So I started trying to learn more about how films are actually made, storytelling, writing, all these things, whatever. So in 2019, because we just came out of pandemic, so these years be messing up.
Right.
We're still in the pandemic, whatever. But 2019, probably early March or March of 2019, I met a student who was majoring in film at Wayne State named Miles Rubin. Talked to Miles. He was in filmmaking. Miles was super energetic, and to me seemed fearless. So I was like, I was afraid to try film because I was like, I'm not a creative. I'm a freaking econ guy. Like, I don't know anything about creation. So I talked to him like, hey, I think we should do a film together. And one thing I do know is like, I can just make some shit happen. So I'm like, I wrote a script. I'm like, I think I want to make a film with you, so let's do it. Those talks happened until like probably like June, just us talking back and forth. I tore my ACL playing basketball, and then we met while I was rehabbing, and we got into the film, like making it. So I say that to say, after college, I went through terrible time, like not enjoying my corporate life.
I remember that.
I was making more money. I was getting promotions and changing teams and doing things, which to most people felt like, oh, you're progressing in this corporate world. You should just ride it. You should stay and one day be a DVP or something. And I was like, no, I'm eventually gonna. Like, I hated it. Like, I did not like it. I want to take vacations whenever I want to. And they wouldn't allow that. So, yeah, we made the film. We shot and filmed it in July of 2019. This is my first film titled Alexa. And in 2019, we put it out in November. So that was like the start of me breaking this barrier that I could, like I never felt like I was a creative. Even though like my father is a musician and all these things, I didn't feel like I had these genes. So once we did that and I put it out and I didn't really care about, I never was afraid of what people thought. It's just more of myself feeling like I can do these things. So once I put that out, I was like, like, just keep creating. It's a learning process, So from there, I knew at that point, like, I want to give film a real try, like a genuine try. So when we first started it, I told Miles, like, let's do this to the best of our abilities in a serious way. So the process of filmmaking, pre-production, production, post-production, like we did a casting call, we did table reads, we did shot list, production schedule, everything, even as just two small college students just trying to make stuff happen, because I wanted to learn the process, how to raise money, even though it was a little bit of money that I raised for it, literally like internally I had to raise like a couple $100, Miles brought a couple $100, and we did it. But that was like the barrier breaker. So, after that, we went into a pandemic in 2020, very soon. So we released that film in November, I want to say like 23rd or 21st or something, 21st we might have released it.
Somewhere around your birthday.
Yeah, like right before. Miles' birthday is 23rd, mine's 22nd, so I think we released it on the 21st. It was like an early birthday gift. So we entered a pandemic, and I was like, I have to make something shake with my job. Like, I have to commit to one of these two paths. Either I'm going to stay corporate, or I'm going to try some shit, take a risk. Can I curse? I've been cursing a lot.
You already did. It's okay.
I'm sorry. I was like, I have to take a risk in one of these two directions. And I talked to myself like, before you got your first job, I didn't think I was going to make it to high school. But like, not make it, but I was like, I'm not going to be good at this. I didn't think I was going to go to college, let alone graduate. So it was like at every step of my life, the only way I proved myself that I could do it was just to do it. So I was like, all right, here's another, journey for you to take. So leading up, pandemic starts, the world is paused, and I was like, it's the best time to quit your job. It's the best time. That's how I felt.
You have been talking about doing it before then, though.
No, I was talking about it, but I wasn't ready to commit. But this is like what really pushed me was like, the world was quiet, everything had paused. I did not know we would be in a pandemic for over a year, so I probably could have kept my job a little longer. But I just felt like if you're not going to commit now, then when will you ever do it? Like, what's the perfect time to do something? There is no perfect time. You just got to do it. Now, to give, I guess, some logistical insight, I saved money. I was able to save money because I moved back home, and I was saving. I didn't have to pay rent, so I was saving money. And then because of the pandemic, I took out a chunk of my 401k, penalty free, to begin investing into film and doing this stuff.
Did you get some of the stimmies? Any?
Yeah. I wasn't making enough to not get no stimmy. So I think I had to make over like $75K. I was not making over $75K a year. So I got a stimuli. I was stimulated. Yeah, I was stimulated. I mean, those things help. Not to yeah.
That's what.
They help. They're not a lot of money, but
it's
they
not.
help.
But they do help.
They give you some wiggle room. I probably went on vacation once or twice with my stimulus, so I didn't not very serious, but So yeah, that's after post college. Quit my job May 1st, 2020. I link up with the production company's name is Go Take Media. Originally founded by another Renaissance alum, Clark Bishop. I met Clark on a project. Well, I knew Clark since high school, but in the film world, we linked up on a project for a mutual friend of ours back in early 2020. So we did a project, and Clark is super talented, director of photography, cinematographer, super talented. But one thing I noticed in his camp that he was lacking was price negotiation and just production details, production scheduling, all this stuff. So I was like, okay, met with Clark. I'm like, look, I write a little bit, I direct a little bit, but I know these are two areas both of us can grow in. But one thing I can really bring right now is the business aspect to the production company. So we linked up and became co-owners of Go Take Media, and we started producing things and that's how we got here. I don't know. I don't want to keep going.
No.
You have more questions?
No. That's what I was actually going to ask you, so you already answered. I was going to ask you, how did you meet up with Clark? Because once I found out that... So me and Gabe, we keep in touch. We don't talk every day, but we keep in touch. So when we caught up, I was like, wait, when did this happen with Clark? Because y'all weren't the coolest in high school.
No, Clark has always been a cool person though. So
yeah, Clark is a cool person in general. And the thing is, he was an athlete, but he wasn't the typical high school athlete. So he was just nice and cool with everybody.
He was atypical in the fact that he was half famous. Clark was
he was
half famous high school athlete.
He was definitely Michigan famous.
I mean, even in the basketball world, a lot of people
just
know Clark from just him playing basketball. He was top prospects in the state.
So I was like, how did this happen, Gabe? Because
I'll give a real brief synopsis because me and Clark laugh about this all the time. I think it just was meant to happen for us to cross because, like you said, I went to Bowling Green my first year of college, and then I transferred back to Wayne. Clark was actually supposed to commit to and play basketball in Florida, and that opportunity didn't end up coming to fruition. So he signed to Wayne State to play basketball. So we went to high school together. We were supposed to go in separate directions. We both ended up at Wayne State. Upon graduating, I was actually looking for a job, trying to go out far, North Dakota. I was applying to jobs everywhere.
North Dakota.
Yeah.
Would have hated it.
Microsoft Plug, a friend of mine. I was trying to interview for them. So if I would have got that, I would have went to North Dakota. And Clark, the campus was cool, so it wouldn't have been bad. But Clark was actually about to do a grad program, I want to say in Utah. So again, we would have split. But that opportunity didn't work out for him. He ended up going to grad school at Wayne and assistant coaching the basketball team while getting his master's. And I ended up not going to North Dakota, staying here for family reasons and all this stuff. And no, hell no more schooling.
No more schooling.
No more schooling. So it just kept, it was divine.
It was divine.
So that's the long answer. Short answer is we worked on this project for a show, a talk show over food. And he was producing it. I had contacted him hey, I want to learn more about filmmaking. I'll be your second shooter, anything for free. Just tell me when, I'll be there. And because we both had mutual friends on the project, I was helping her kind of produce it. This some logistics, finding personnel stuff. So he saw that I could do that, and he was like, "Oh, this is perfect. Let's come together." So right after that, we talked about it. I quit my job, and he was like, "Let's get active." I was like, "All right," and now we're here.
Were you scared?
Fear, in what sense? I was anxious. I wouldn't say I was scared because at that point, I had gone through enough ebbs and flows within my journey of life at that point in time. I don't know if that sounds too deep, but it was like, what's the worst that could happen? Now, like I said, I saved up money, so it wasn't, I don't have a glorious story of like $7 in my pocket, I quit, F it. I had a little nest egg. I also wasn't paying rent because I moved home. So I had some things that definitely alleviated pressure,
Right.
but I wasn't afraid of failure because it's like stocks. If you hold your position long enough, you'll make some money, you'll win. So it's just like, I told myself, had a conversation with my barber, and we both were talking about new things we want to venture into, and we made a deal that we would give it 3 years, whatever we wanted to go into. His was real estate, mine was film. And I was like, okay, let's go hard at it for 3 years, then reassess. So no matter what happens in the 3 years, if we make $0 from film, if all of our projects suck and don't win awards, for 3 years I have to keep trying. No matter what, I made that commitment to myself.
That's a good goal to have because, you know, after 1 year, you looking around.
It's not long.
That's not long. Some people that gave themselves, it's this rapper, I don't know if you know about Toby from SWAT, but he told himself.
Toby from?
The SWAT, Toby Nigway.
Oh yeah, him and his wife.
Yeah. He said he was going to give himself, he was gracious. He said 10 years.
Yeah, but in rap, I can see what 10 years, but it's all everyone's individual. Cardi B said she gave herself less time. Like different people, some people are like, I'm giving my whole life to it. You know, I told myself 3 years and I'll reassess. In 3 years, if I could reassess in 3 years and be like, okay, I need to pick up another job, or I need to, maybe I have to reassess how I approach film, whatever. But in 3 years, I'm going to reassess if I'm committed long term or not, or another 3 years, blah blah, you know. But it looks like it's here to stay for now.
Okay, that was gonna be my next question. So, because Gabe is more like okay, I just want to do this now. That was fun. So 3 years.
Sagittarius, y'all know we don't commit to nothing forever.
3 years, and you still enjoy it. You'll just keep going until you just don't.
Yeah. Well, what I mean by that is so the capacity in which I'm doing it, I'm going to give it 3 years. And at the end of this 3-year journey, let's say, you know, Clark and I want to do more purely passion projects and creative work. We might reassess how many clients we take on. We might reassess. I'm just saying in 3 years, I'm going to do a serious sit down and maybe do a big directional change. For now, our focus is on building the business, acquiring high ticket clients, and putting out work that we're proud of. But a bit of it is motivated by finances. So that's like our focus right now because we both quit our jobs to do this.
Yeah.
So, you know, we have to approach it logically, and, you know, we have to be committed about it.
So how are you enjoying the process right now?
I love it. I love my life right now. So that risk paid off, I will say. And I think it's just a mindset I try to keep is like I said, it really is no possibility to lose here. Either I'm going to learn something I didn't know, or we're going to succeed at what we set out to do, or both. But I cannot lose in this situation. Like I said, if we made no money and every film failed, I'll learn something. Why are we failing? I'll learn something. Why are films sucking? I'll learn something from this journey. So I'm not thinking of a loss. So I'm enjoying that whole thing, and then on top of that, I'm free this is the most freedom I've experienced in my life.
Yeah.
Outside of when we're working for clients or filming something, I determine my life schedule, and I enjoy that.
That's
great. Even with filming, we determine our life schedule. So I like this a lot more than clocking in for someone. And I'm clocking in for myself and Clark and our vision and what we believe in, and it feels much better. You know.
I can tell. It's definitely a shift in his, what the kids say, energy.
Yeah.
It's a shift. It's definitely a shift.
Yeah, because it was either this or, you know, sell drugs or something. No.
No, you can't sell drugs.
I could do it like incognito on the dark web, sell some pills. Cryptocurrency exchange only.
Cryptocurrency.
Yeah, non-traceable.
That's all I got for you. You got anything to say to the people?
I don't know. You want me to give some words of wisdom?
I know.
I'm not wise, but just words that I believe in.
I lied.
All right, serve it up.
What would you give advice to somebody who wants to step out and take a chance?
Advice to someone who wants to step out of their current career. I'd say, one, assess where you want to go. And I actually think it's okay to quit a job and not know. If honestly you just dislike it or it's weighing on you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and you don't like it, I would say just quit and let God take the wheel. But I would say assess where you want to go. Make some outline plan, some type of plan on how you want to move in that direction. And then honestly, just have faith in the process. Don't be impatient about how fast things need to flip. Now, some people find success relatively fast. Some people, it takes a minute. But, have faith in that journey regardless. Where we started a year ago, started working. Well, me and Clark hasn't even officially been a year, but where we started in 2020 to now, things have grown for us immensely. And it's just like, we could not have foreseen it, but if we didn't at least start and try, we wouldn't be here. So you just got to have faith in that process. We knew where we want to take it. We knew what each of us brought to the team. We made a little plan. And we've grown since. We have meetings where we'd be like, Clark would be like, hey, I need more of this. I need blah, blah. Or I'd be like, Clark, I need this. Because you just got to trust that journey.
Congratulations on your nominations.
Thank you.
All right, were they nominations or awards?
3 nominations, 1 we were finalists in a film festival. So that's more of like an award because they actually selected it. The other are official selections, but they're not winners.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it just felt great. Not for validation of like, oh, we're good at this, but more like.
Were you surprised? Were you shocked?
No, not shocked because I'm smart. Like I didn't apply for like best cinematography or whatever. Yeah. We applied for like a lot of first time filmmaker awards because that was Clark's first film he directed.
Right.
And we applied for like categories that we felt we had a strong chance of placing in. Like we didn't go for we assessed the landscape because we love film. We know where we are in that journey and we know what we can do better and things. So we didn't go for like best short in the country. We didn't apply to Sundance. These are more intermediate level. One day. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. These are more intermediate level like festivals for the most part.
I'll be sending him stuff in Atlanta like apply to this game. Do this if I see stuff on Instagram.
The opportunities right now just be coming so fast. I'll be like trying not to overwhelm. I have hard stops in my life, so I try not to overwhelm myself in the pursuit of anything. Honestly. I want to love film. I don't want to get burned out. I'm not a hustler. I don't have hustle mentality, hustler spirit. I know that's like not what our generation says.
And
nowadays,
it makes you feel bad. Yeah. Society makes you feel bad because you don't have it.
I don't care about I'm not a hustler. I'm not going to jump on any opportunity and every opportunity. I'm not going to. I'm going to get sleep sometimes, all the time. Okay. I'm going to find time to rest, whether it be like a vacation or just 2 days where I'm in my house sitting on my patio reading. I'm going to find time. I'm not a person who is like, get it by any means. I have
rise and grind.
Yeah, rise and stretch for me. I'm not grinding right away. I'm for real. I'm not on it, man. I've seen just too many people chase. My father chased a lot in music and just. He was a firefighter, police officer, a musician, and blah, blah, blah. He chased just what we are taught in America. You work. You work to buy a house, you work. And the simplest things is what he loved, right? So for me, I take other examples that I see and I'm like, I appreciate the little things. I like doing the big things. I like the work. I like seeing our films. I like seeing other films, but I'm not going to kill myself to do anything. It'll all come in time. I have a mantra. All things are in perfect divine order. I don't say that every day. He tells me that all the time. I don't have to force anything. I feel that.
That's all I got for you, babe.
Let's keep talking. Ask me some more.
You
want to know about my personal life?
You want to know?
I want to talk about the chicks.